Right now, though, it's time for the interview section of this particular segment on Veterans Voice, and we're going to go back to Badger, our man who was down at Noon Cregg Veterans Retreat. I think we can say hello to Badger. The last time we spoke to Badger, he was looking for a new place to go, wasn't he? And we thought we might have had something, but as of now, nothing. No.
No. Let's hear from Badger.
Yeah, in court on Wednesday in Penzance. Badger, welcome back to Veterans Voice. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Yeah, very well indeed. So, what's going on? What's happening?
Well, we had a court case. It didn't go quite as well as we expected it to. We've been ordered off the land. But we'll find a solution. You know, we're not going to let it get us down. We're a resilient bunch. We're taught to overcome, and overcome we will. And Noon Cregg is a spirit, it's a vision, and a living one. And its verdict has not changed this at all.
Right. So what have they given you some kind of time frame? And why did it get to court? What was the problem?
They wanted to tell the world that we were trespassing on the land.
Oh, yeah.
We got legal aid. It was adjourned last time for 8 weeks to get legal aid. Legal aid took all my bank statements to find my eligibility, but still haven't decided if I'm eligible or not. But this is due to the summer season. All the solicitors were going on holiday for a couple of weeks here and there, so nothing got done. So they never had the evidence in the court. It wasn't sent from the Crown Court to the Magistrates Court, so not all the evidence was given. So, I mean, we have been advised that this decision wasn't made following the law, and we didn't get justice, but that's a different story.
Yes.
We've got a couple of lads here. We've got Chris here. I mean, we've had a couple of shouts. We've taken veterans off of cliff tops who are ready to jump, you know, in the last couple of months. Right. But we're still going to crack on because that's what we do, soldiers.
Have you got an opportunity to appeal this then? Is that going to be a possibility?
I ended up representing myself in the court because there was no one there for me. I asked for an appeal and I was blanked and he said no. You know, so despite the fact that all the evidence wasn't there, there's a lot going on behind the scenes there on this one, which I won't go into.
Right. And so what sort of time frame have you been given for getting out then?
It takes 2 weeks to get the bailiffs and 2 weeks for the bailiffs to act. So we're looking at 4 or 5 weeks, maybe less. We don't know. But hey, chin up. Take it on the chin.
Well, I mean, incredible. I mean, what are you going to do? Have you got anywhere you can go?
Well, if we've got to live rough for a couple of months, we'll do that. I mean, that's nothing to us. We like time out in Ewell. You know, we got the kit to live rough for a bit until something does turn up. But I've got to face something will turn up, and there's someone's out there now who can help us. And if you can, please do.
Yeah.
And we'll do a few more donations. If anyone's got a bit of land they know in the West Country, you know, I mean, Noon Cregg is working. It's doing exactly what it says, and that's saving vulnerable veterans.
Badger, hello, mate. It's Hugh here.
I wouldn't be alive today without this place, and now they want to take it away from us.
Well, I've seen all the good work that you do, Badger, obviously having come down there back in February and stayed with you for a couple of days. Am I right in thinking you've also been given a £7,000?
Yes, we've got £7,000 court costs. I quite clearly said we've got less than £100 in the bank at the moment. We've got a few veterans in. Now he's given us £7,000, and that was supposed to be reduced. And then their solicitors put more of their fee on top, VAT and things like that.
So, bottom line is you've been made homeless, or you're going to be made homeless. I mean, I know you'll crack on. I know you're a resilient top man. And you've been slapped with a £7,000 worth of fine.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your hard work.
You got a fine as well. Yeah. That's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it Chris? You were talking about you wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Noon Cregg. Tell us.
Not. I was not doing very well in a rough place about 8 weeks ago. I got in contact with Badger for a friend of his. Within 15 minutes, Badger picked me up, brought me to the retreat, and I'm a different person now, 8 weeks.
Brilliant.
And if it wasn't for this place, I would most certainly be dead.
Right.
I was doing the right way for it.
And what had got you to that point? How bad were you feeling?
Alcohol, stress, PTSD, just not knowing how to deal with it, being let down by the services, NHS, all of that, being caught in the net. No one really helping me out, and the only person who's really helped me out and showed me the right direction is Badger and Noon Cregg.
Right.
And now they want to try and take that away from us. There's going to be more people like me who are not going to survive because of this.
No. And Badger's, you've helped a lot of people, haven't you?
Yeah, we picked another one up. There's hours after the court case, we went until this guy had picked another veteran up who was in need, and ready to take the airdrop, you know. And there's so many out there, and now we're getting recognised. People are more and more coming.
And what do you need, Badger? If people are listening and they're trying to figure out what they can do for you, what do you need? Tell us what would be the best thing for you.
I mean, we could do a generous grant of some sort to help us out, find a new location to save us going on the streets. You know, we could still do with a bit more funding, but it's all trial and error at the moment because I'm not very good at this kind of thing with funding.
But in terms of a place to be, a place to stay, do you need countryside? Do you need countryside, or can you do it somehow in an urban setting? What do you need?
It's countryside, because countryside, the peace, quiet and tranquility is a secret behind Noon Cregg. Okay. It is that secret behind Noon Cregg. Sorry. No, that's okay. All right. Yeah, a couple of acres, even an acre or two would be enough. Okay. We've got Pete here, he's an old Scots Guard. Come say hello, Pete.
Good morning, everyone.
War veteran from Northern Ireland, back in the Fermanagh days. No, he's been a blessing to us, he has. Right. He's bent over backwards for us. Brilliant.
I see veterans, I've witnessed myself, 4 veterans on the edge. No other service could have done anything to support them. Only the connection with somebody who understood them and could talk the language could bring them back to a place of safety, which this place is. And with nature and healing and time, these people go on to rebuild their lives again. Take that away from them, and I'm afraid you've got veterans on the streets that have nowhere to turn, and the services even admit they cannot deal with veterans once they've reached this stage that Badger actually is set up for, is when a crisis happens and they're on the cliff. And I have myself personally gone on a show where a veteran was on the cliff ready to jump. We got a phone call from a local campsite owner, because this network is all out in this part of Cornwall, and all campsite owners, pubs and hotels know about this retreat. And if they spot a veteran and they believe he's vulnerable or in trouble, or he's going to cause himself harm or danger to others, they call Badger. And straight away I've watched Badger with half a bacon sandwich in his mouth spit it out and jump in the van, and I've jumped with him. And actually after 2 or 3 hours and plenty of police and ambulances and coast guards and search and rescue, the guy would only get in our van and come back here. And now in life he's getting on and he's doing well again, and still in support and still in contact with the retreat.
Roll.
It's brilliant. Badger, it's the owners of the land that want it back, basically, isn't it?
Yes, it's John's former partner from 17 years ago. She went around the back doors and come in behind, without no warning. Right. That she's going to want us off the land. That was a year ago. Right. A year ago today, actually. Okay. Well, listen, we're going to find some land for you. I'm sure we can, through the good offices of TalkTV and, of course, through Hugh Andre as well. So, guys, do not despair. I know you wouldn't despair anyway, because you're not those kind of people, but brilliant to talk to you. Thanks again, and for everything that, Badger, you do for people, and to both of you guys, Pete and Chris, we'll sort something out. We'll get something done.